Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to another YouTube video. And this is the Frank Castle Mr. Punisher Spotlight. Spotlight on Mr. Punisher, where I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and everything else. Being the big Punisher fan I am, I'm going to tell you what you should read, what you shouldn't read, and, everything like that. Oh, here we go. Interference by a cat. Unfortunately, you're going to have to cope with my cats because they really can't be anywhere else doing this. But sorry for the interruption of the two miscreants here killing each other. Maybe they're the cat version of Punisher. So anyway, being a big fan of the Punisher as I am, he being my favorite character, I think I know something about the Punisher, but I'm going to recommend you what you should read, what you shouldn't read, where to start, where to begin, chronology, and where you want to get into the Punisher and all that, and good runs and bad runs and everything. And oh, Jesus, I'm having a cat fight right here. This is very inappropriate. I'm really, really sorry about this, but this is kind of funny. They are destroying my setup here, which is really fun. Move over, cats. You are very much in the way. Okay, I'm very, very sorry for this. But let's start with the first book. This is the way to go. This is the way to start. This is Punisher Born. And this takes place while Frank Castle is in Vietnam. And it really just builds and talks about a darkness that is already in Frank before he even becomes the Punisher. Obviously done by Garth Ennis. I have read this book I don't know how many times, and to me it's one of the best miniseries that Marvel's ever done. Being very biased, of course, but this is the best way to start. If you want to get to know the Punisher, if you want to start with the Punisher, you start with this one. You start with Punisher Born. Tremendous book. And later this year, oh Jesus, I'm sorry once again. Later this year, they're coming out with Punisher Max, The Platoon, by Garth Ennis and Goran Pavlov. And the collected edition is being released in January, which is going to tell the tales also about Vietnam. It's going to be, I think it's going to be like a complement to this Punisher Born. So this is a great way to start your Punisher reading. This is a great way to see the seeds being planted in Mr. Castle. After you read this, you want to move on to this. This is Punisher Year 1. And this really tells how he finally becomes, after the seeds being planted in Born, he finally becomes the Punisher in this book. It has some awesome covers. This is written by Abnett Lanning and Eaglesham. I didn't know Abnett Lanning did this. I haven't read this in a long time. This has some really nice artwork. Sorry, let's see here. The covers, I think, the artwork is really good. Can't complain about it. Just really tells a very good story. I'm sorry for being out of focus here. Tells a really, really good story, and another primer and how to get into the Punisher. Start with Born, move on to Year 1. I really recommend that. After that, you can really jump into Garth Ennis' run. Welcome Back, Frank. Ennis, Dillon, Palmiotti. It doesn't get much better than this. This really is, this is classic Punisher. This is what Punisher's all about. Sorry for the glare. I really don't know how to get around the glare, but Yeah, this is Classic Punisher. Welcome back, Frank. And you do this, and you read the Marvel Knights run that he had. Obviously, that is coming out. They've just released the Garth Ennis omnibus that has that Marvel Knights run, which I just ordered. Hopefully, I'll get that book in a week or two, along with the other omnibus. Marvel was crazy. I'm going off on a tangent here, or I'm going off on a sidetrack. How could Marvel release like 4 omnibuses in the same day? They released Planet Hulk omnibus, 2 Punisher omnibuses, and like the Darth Vader omnibus, and I think they also released another Star Wars omnibus, like 5 omnibuses in one day. Insane. But being the Punisher fan that I am, I had to get the 2 Punisher ones. So anyway, pick up that omnibus by Garth Ennis. I haven't read it myself. That's the one glaring hole in my Punisher collection that I haven't been able to pick up, and finally ordered it. So I'm really happy about that. But welcome back, Frank. It's one of the great Punisher storylines. One of the things that people talk about when they mention Punisher is Welcome Back, Frank. And you can jump into this, and then you get the Marvel Knights run. And after that, Punisher Max, which have been released in multiple forms, like these regular trades that I have the complete run of. You can get the hardcovers, or you can get the ones that are being released now and having been released for the past like 2 years or so. The like Ultimate collections, they're very much thicker trades, but this is a classic run, and seriously one of the best Marvel runs, Marvel series of all time. I really believe that. It's such a great series. Punisher Max is, Garth Ennis' run on Punisher Max is absolutely amazing. I really think it's one of the best books in Marvel. Not just because I'm a Punisher fan, I'm sorry for the distractions here, just because I really believe it. I think it's stupid cat everywhere. It's just a great run. It has a great story, great storytelling, great artwork, and Punisher Max. The regular trades can be tougher to pick up, so pick up the collected, the Ultimate Collections thicker trades, which are should be widely available. So pick that up. That's great. It's great stuff. Moving on to another run that is not talked about a lot at all, and it's out of print, so it's very hard to collect. Punisher War Journal by Matt Fraction, Ariel Olivetti, and Mike Diodato. Punisher War Journal. I have like artwork is pretty damn good. It's different. I have not myself been able to get the complete run of this series as much as I would like to. I think I only have like the first 3 volumes, and there's in total 6 volumes, I think. Total volumes 6. 5 or 6 volumes. I've only begun. I only have 2 or 3. They've been out of print for a long. Some you can still get, but you can't. There's some of the volumes that are out of print, and you can't get them complete run. And I'm kind of a stickler to getting like volumes 1, 2. I want to buy the volumes in order. I don't want to have like volumes 1, 2, 4, 6, and have gaps in my collection. So kind of a stickler for that. But this was not a bad run. It's pretty damn good. The artwork's really interesting. The artwork really doesn't fit the Punisher, but it works. It's not the Ultimate Punisher stuff, but it's a decent run. Very much okay. I'm surprised they have not tried to reprint it now with the They could release this in like a thicker volume, maybe. Let's see. Now we move on to another volume that I know a lot of people enjoy. I'm not one of them. I absolutely hate this run. And that's Franken Castle, the Rick Remender run. I really, really think this is crap. Seriously, I really don't like it. I didn't like the artwork. I didn't like the storytelling. Nothing. I don't like this at all. I know a lot of people did, and that's perfectly fine, but I'm not one of them. I really hated this. But I'm gonna pick it up. I picked it up. I picked it up because I pick up everything with the Punisher, but God damn it, this just sucks. Here we go. Here's the Fraction run. 6 trades. Anyway, the Franken Castle, I know it was a new concept and Rick Remender wanted to do something different. First of all, Rick Remender on the Punisher? That's just weird. Remender is a sci-fi, space tell guy who does that kind of stuff. And they give him a street level character like the Punisher? That's just really weird. It doesn't fit at all. But yeah, whatever. And to me, it didn't work, as I say, to a lot of people, but it really, really didn't. I will not, I'm sorry for the cat again, sorry for the distraction. I will not recommend it. I just can't. But if you want to pick it up, go ahead. Just I'm going to close this door here because the cats are insane. Sorry. I can't recommend it. It's not good. I really didn't like it. Moving on to something that I definitely can recommend. Jason Aaron's run on Punisher. This, some people would say that it's even better than the Garth Ennis Punisher, Max. And it's pretty damn close. It's Aaron and Steve Dillon. This is just such great stuff. Especially this storyline with Bullseye is awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is a great, great, great run of the Punisher. And absolutely one of the best. And if you want to argue or want to say that it's better than Ennis' run, I'm not going to disagree. It's really damn great. Yeah, just this has been collected in trades, in hardcovers, in like an omnibus, and it's a great damn run. The Greg Rucka run, which is fine, has fine artwork. Nothing special to it. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's a decent run of the Punisher. There's been several worse runs, like the ones I'm going to show after this. It was not good at all. But this is a pretty good run. This was like I think it was 3 volumes, and then it ended in a miniseries. But a pretty good run. I think I can recommend this. This is not bad at all. The one that came afterwards by Jim Edmondson. He also did, at the same time as he did the Punisher here, he also did Black Widow, and Black Widow was awesome. Absolutely awesome. This, and there you go. That's Black Widow Volume 1, and I have that run. That's a great run. I recommend buying that before you buy this. This is not good. It's okay, but really no. Artwork is fine, it's decent. storytelling is just I don't recommend it. It's just really not that great. Jim Edmondson, I don't know what he's done previous or done afterwards, but this was not good. His run on, as I said, his run on Black Widow, that was really great. Had some great storytelling and great artwork. But yeah, not a great one. Not a great one. Which leads us to the current run by Becky Cloonan and the late great Steve Dillon. This is a good one because this really goes back, obviously, with the classic Steve Dillon artwork. This really harkens back to the old stuff. And Becky Cloonan is a really damn great writer. Tells a great story. I love the cover here, by the way. It's a great cover. Yeah, unfortunately, we all know Steve Dillon has passed, which is really sad. And he's going to be missed as the quintessential Punisher artwork. But, you know, life got to move on, I guess. But this is a good one. I recommend it. 2 volumes out so far. So, yeah, great stuff. And one thing I want to show you is this one. This is Punisher. This is Punisher Max Untold Tales of Punisher Max, which tells stories that took place in the Garth Ennis run, or between the Garth Ennis run, and really features not the Punisher as much. It features the other characters, side stories. Really neat little book, miniseries. Really recommend that. So, okay, let's go through this. We got the current Becky Cloonan run. We got that Jim Edmondson run, which I really didn't like. The Greg Rucka run, which was fine. So I'm gonna switch. Let's see. All right, Jason Aaron run. The Rick Remender run. The Matt Fraction run. The classic Punisher Max Garth Ennis. Welcome Back Frank in his Marvel Knights run. Oh, let's go there. Year 1. And Born. Okay, and then we got that nice here. Okay, let's just try to do this right. You start with Born, go to year 1, Welcome Back Frank, and the Marvel Knights run. Punisher Max. Move on to this one, actually. And then you can go either way. Then you, I mean, in order of greatness, after these books, you can move on to the Becky Cloonan run, because that's great. Take the Fraction run, Rucka, Edmondson, and just don't read the Remender run. I really hate it. It's no good at all. Just then, of course, there's been like a ton of miniseries and one-shots and all of that stuff, and there's been so much stuff with the Punisher, and I have most of it, or a lot of it, which, yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and it's given you somewhere to start. But, you know, as I said, these 2 books are essential to start with, and Garth Ennis run and the Jason Aaron run is the best stuff. Everything else is kind of optional, I would say. But so, I hope this has given you a primer of the Punisher, of what to read, what not to read, and sort of what order. And hopefully you can make a decision. Hopefully you want to get into Mr. Castle, and hopefully this has been some help to you. And I will see you soon again, and please make comments so I know if you enjoyed this sort of video, if you want to see something else like this. And I'll be back in a while for an. I think I'm going to do a collection update. So, anyway, until next time, bye bye.